forget like they had a war on like emus or something, and the emus ended up winning?
I have no
I'm gonna
idea.
look this up.
No, not right now.
I have to look this up now.
Not
Yeah,
now.
no.
Yep,
What
I'm
the
doing it right now.
episode?
Let's get to the
War on
show.
Emus.
Come on, let's go. Don't stop
Nope.
talking about Australia.
The Emu War, also known as the Great Emu War, was
Oh man, he's gone down the
was a
rabbit hole
nuisance
now.
wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia over the later part of 1932. Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Path Through Time. I am Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM, and sitting to my left is somebody who hates pumpkin pie. Explain yourself.
It's me, Evelyn. I hate pumpkin pie? Oh, yeah, I hate pumpkin pie. Pumpkins are not meant to be put in pies.
There's no sarcasm there.
Yeah. And sitting across from me is someone who can shred on the violin.
Yeah, that's me. Totally Eli. Yep. Great at violin. Definitely my strings are my thing, you know. And sitting next to me on my left is someone who never has to come up with an intro line.
It's me. It's so great. How you doing? I'm Shawn.
So you say that he doesn't have to come up with an intro line, which is true. But you know what he does have to do? Give us the recap. Bring it on back.
Awesome. All right. So last time on A Path Through Time, we flew in to the city. Is it a city or just a town? The location of Gale Beach. And we went to the school where we met our three young high school age protagonists of Hikaru the Pikachu, Bruce the Cyndaquil, Sammy the Munchlax, and Walter the Riolu. He's not one of the three, but also is there.
Just there.
And starting us off, Eli's character Bruce did a test. And he was asleep during class. Shame on you. And then he went to lunch, met up with his friends. It's the last day of school. They have, I think, one more class left. And they go to said class. Do a few battles. Hikaru and Bruce's battle does not go well because neither of them can land a hit on each other. And then Sammy fights Riolu and just kills him. Basically, he runs into him so hard he is knocked out into the next dimension.
Basically,
With like 2 HP?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you had 2 HP left after it. After all was said and done.
And then after the battles, their teacher, Mr. Dr. Sumo, is like, "All right, I'm gonna send you guys into this dungeon. There's something I need you to get for me." And we divvied up the party foolishly on the first episode. That's where we ended.
So that's a good recap. I'm gonna give you a B. Could have been better, a bit rushed, but it was a good recap. Now, one thing I noticed last episode is the entire episode, Shawn was trying to give us Sammy's stats, and I kept pushing him under the bus by accident. So if you want to, you can share to the class all your stats and all the numbers for all those numbers peoples out there.
Okay. Where are my numbers? Oh yes, on the thing. So Sammy's kind of busted. We found out last episode. Got an HP of 35, attack of 13, defense of 12, special attack of 9, special defense of 10, and speed of 6. Does not go very fast, but he makes up for it in everything else except his special attack.
I think the reason you're so buff is because you have no speed stat.
I have
So
no
it's
speed
distributed
stat.
into everything else.
Yeah. So instead of
what
making
about your
Sammy
human
a statue, he can walk a
He's
bit.
just a stone statue.
Yeah.
My human stats, he has a cool of 0, cute of 2, smart of 0, beauty of 0, and tough of 1.
All right. So yeah, that's a good summary. If you do you guys have anything else? I will
Nah.
take that as a no. All right,
No.
let's dive on back in. So, Mr. Dr. Sumo was gesturing towards the forest, and you guys decided to split up into 2 teams. And can you remind me who was going with who again?
Yeah.
Bruce and Sammy.
And Hikaru went with what's his name?
Okay,
Walter.
so I need you both to roll a d20. Whoever rolls highest is going to go first. I'm gonna have Walter roll, so I'm gonna everyone roll a d20. Add it up for your team, and I'm gonna have Walter roll a d20.
I got 16.
Okay.
Got a 13.
Walter got an 11, so it's 37.
Yeah,
16
4.
plus 11,
27.
37.
Sorry, 27.
Yeah,
So Sammy and
27.
Bruce have a total of 17.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, so Walter and Hikaru are gonna enter the forest first.
Alright.
It's time for everyone's favorite game. Fat die! I need you guys to Hikaru, you're going first. So
Yep.
why don't you roll me a d4?
D4. I got a 2.
Alright, and with a 2, I have to pull up my documents. Because I am unprepared.
As always.
With a 2, you look around you, and you're in a dimly lit forest. There's trees surrounding you, a dirt path stretching off into the distance. There's spots of light on the ground. It's very dim, not very lightly. It's not very bright. You can't see too far ahead of you. But with a 2, you and Walter kind of just meander on. Nothing's really happening. Alright. Either Sammy or Bruce, give me a roll.
The
Do I wanna
D20.
start?
Or Eli, whoever you are.
I rolled a 2.
Rolled a 6.
Okay. With a 2, you guys catch right up to Hikaru and Walter. And once again, you look around. There is nothing really there. You see the exact same things I just described. It's a very leafy forest, but there's nothing really to see. Hikaru, your turn.
Yeah. What's the name of this dungeon, by any chance?
I didn't give this dungeon a name. What do you guys think a leafy forest would be called? You know, I got a name. It's called the Leafy Forest.
Leafy Forest. Maybe
I know
Broadleaf
you're-
Forest.
Broadleaf Forest. That's a bit more creative than what I had. We'll go with that.
Alright. With that, I rolled a 4.
Okay, and with a 4, you guys move forward 2 spaces, and you guys can either continue on straight or you can turn right.
I say right.
Okay, so you, Walter, take 2 more steps to the right, and on the ground, you guys see. I don't know, what do you guys see? So, you guys hear some rustling to your left. There's a bush that's shaking, and Walter points at it and is like, "Hey, Karu, look, what's going on in there?" And he like walks over to the bush, and a Weedle jumps on his face. And it is
Weedle.
time for you guys to roll initiative. Get her off of me! And you guys are gonna roll initiative.
Alright. Wait. So my speed is 9. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d10. 2.
Walter is going to roll a d8. Okay, so what did you get?
Got a 2.
Okay, Walter got a 5, and the Weedle got a 6. So, Weedle's gonna go first, then Walter, and then Hikaru. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Weedle.
My quick attack's gonna be useful here.
Okay. Just gotta write some things down. Okay, so the Weedle, having the jump on you guys, goes ahead and uses a string shot. Now, string shot, first let me see if it hits. With a 5, it will not hit. So it like jumps on Walter, and it attempts to use a string shot, and it shoots right past, and there's a patch of sticky webs on the ground. It is now Walter's turn, and Walter is going to go ahead and use Metal Claw. If that's something he can use. Metal Claw is in fact something he can use. He's going to roll for that. And he rolled a 6. He actually misses. So there's a giant caterpillar on his face, and he's like scrabbling at it, trying to get it off his face. He manages to grab it, and he just puts it back, not exactly puts it back down on the ground, but he throws it on the ground, and it doesn't exactly get a chance to attack it. Hikaru is up.
Alright. Should I reset my attack from the last battle?
Yeah. After you exit battle, all of your temporary stats get reset.
Okay.
Temporary stat changes.
Done. Okay, so I'm gonna go for quick attack.
Okay.
And what do I need to roll? Roll a d20 to see if it hits or not. I got a 9. That beats a 6, so that'll hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And damage is 1d8 plus 6. So 7 plus 6 is 13. It's a physical attack, so plus my attack is, what is that? 13 plus 8, 21 minus your defense, and it is normal type.
Okay, 21. That is going to deal 12 damage. And you smack this thing. Actually, no. Flavor me. How exactly do you smack this thing with a quick attack?
Yeah. So I kind of just like jump, like charge toward it as fast as possible on all fours, and I just like smack it with my face.
Just headbutting it. I believe quick attack has an effect. Can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, so
Wrap the text.
So next turn I go first.
Oh, actually that's perfect. Because you were the last of the turn order, the turn is now reset, which means it is once again your turn.
Woohoo! That's cool. Alright, so maybe I'll go for Thundershock.
Okay. That's special.
And that's a 12. That'll hit too.
Yep.
Roll an 8, roll a d8, 4. Plus 6 is 10. Plus my special attack, that's 19. And how is the electric match up against bug?
I think it's neutral. I can look it up real quick, but I'm quite certain it's neutral.
Alright.
Let me confirm that real quick. Yeah, it's neutral.
Mm-hmm.
But even with neutral, you do manage to knock it out. Explain to me how exactly you knock it out.
Yeah, so I'm still like on top of it almost, or I just knocked into it with my face, and so now like I'm standing in front of it, in front of the Weedle, and like my cheeks charge up, and like my entire body just like electricity comes out, and a lightning bolt hits the Weedle. Like just arcs through the air and hits it.
So the Weedle is absolutely charred. It is not getting up for a while, and you guys are free to move on. But it is now Sammy and
Wait a second.
Bruce's turn. Wait,
do we get any experience?
I'm glad you brought that up. You do. Let me calculate that. After all is said and done, Walter is terrified. He doesn't like bugs. He is standing over on the side of the path, like panting, basically. looking away from the bug, and you guys are going to get 10 experience each.
10 each. Alright.
He resists bugs, though.
I don't think he ever got attacked.
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that
I'm just
Weedle
thinking
wasn't
of-
able to do any damage to us.
No.
I'm just saying, if he's afraid of bugs, but he also resists bugs.
Okay,
We're
well,
both not very
let's put it
effective
this-
against bugs.
yeah, I think fighting a bug is one of those type matchups that are they're
Mutually
not-
resistant to each other.
yeah, mutually resistant. That's a good word for it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true.
So Hikaru, you have 460 XP.
Right.
Okay. Hey, real quick note. Oh no, you didn't. The battles from last time weren't wouldn't give any XP because you didn't knock anyone out. So
I think I got
Right.
experience. No, wait, no, I didn't knock him out. Never mind.
no, because Walter actually lived through the experience.
Yep.
You did not, in fact, kill Walter.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm not dead yet.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. He's a scrappy little dog.
Right. It is either Eli or Shawn. Give me a D4.
You want this one?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. With a 1, I gotta roll a dice. You guys are gonna walk forward, and on the ground you see 140 poke.
Oh,
Nice. For both of us, or split it between
Total.
us?
You guys can split that up how you want. I'm assuming you guys are gonna split it up equally, but I don't know you guys well enough for that. So, if Sammy wants to just take all the money for himself,
Oh, we can split it.
that's what I figured you guys would do. Real quick, Hikaru has 460 XP right now, right? Okay.
Right.
Alright, yeah, Walter and Hikaru should have the same amount of XP. I was just confirming that. Alright, Evelyn, can you give me another D4?
Another D4. Here we go. 1.
And with a 1, you and
On the
Walter
1 train.
take one step forward. Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, and you see
Or the same way.
you see something on the ground. It's like it's like a rock, but it's really shiny.
Could it be like a graveler rock? Is it money?
Are you gonna try and interact with it?
Yeah, we'll pick it up and find out.
Okay, so as you go to pick this shiny rock up, suddenly it gets up and moves and turns around, and you see it's an Aaron, who is very angry that you just now disturbed its sleep.
Oh.
Oh,
A wild Aaron appeared.
yeah, basically, you guys tried. Okay, so it is time once again to roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Okay. I rolled a 4.
A 4? Okay, Aaron also rolled a 4, and Walter rolled a 3. So I'm gonna have in a tie the defender wins. So it's gonna go Aaron, Hikaru, Walter. As you
Okay.
guys wake up this Aaron, it's gonna turn around, and which one of you guys was closest to the Aaron?
I think it was me.
Okay, so it's gonna turn around and immediately slash at you with a metal claw. It like turns around, but because it just woke up, it's really drowsy and isn't able to see you clearly. It turns around, you jump back, and you are now staring at an angry Aaron. It is now Hikaru's turn.
Okay. Yeah, so Hikaru is gonna go for I think steel resists normal, so
It does.
or does it? Does, okay. So I'm gonna go for definitely an electric type move. I'll use Thunder Shock.
Okay.
And And I got a 7. That beats a 6. That'll hit. 1d8 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Plus my special attack. 19.
Okay. With a 19, you are going to deal 13 damage.
And
That's
we'll find out if I paralyze it too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
that's
a
right.
10.
Yeah, that's right. If you roll 19 or 20, it paralyzes.
I did not.
Okay. Alright, so describe to me how you do almost exactly half of its health.
Okay, so Hikaru uses charges up her cheeks, and electricity just shoots out of her body, and hits the Aaron, and it's a particularly strong electric bolt, thunderbolt. So it just leaves Aaron at half HP.
Walter sees that, and he, invigorated by battle, he rushes in and tries to go for a quick attack, which it is going to hit by a wide margin. So with a quick attack, he is going to roll damage, and it is going to do. Oh my god! It's going to do 25 damage minus its defense.
Divided by.
Yes, divided by 2. Correct. Wait, actually, it's divided by 4. Aaron is
divided by 4.
Wait a minute. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Doubly
What?
resistant?
It's steel rock. I think electric isn't effective against rock.
Yes, it is. It's neutral.
Is it? Okay. Is it neutral
It's
to
on the
steel?
ground. Steel is not very effective on electric. Electric is neutral to steel.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's just perfectly neutral. So Walter's gonna go in for a quick attack, and it's going to do 1/4 damage. So 25 divided by 4 is what? 8. 8 rounded down. So it's gonna. Can someone confirm that?
6. 25 divided by 4 is 6.
Yeah, 6. Sorry. Okay, so it's going to deal 6 damage, and it knocks Aaron back further down the path, like a good 5 or 6 feet. And Walter is now at the top of the initiative order, which means Walter is
Remember
going to go
to
ahead and.
Reduce it by Aron's defense.
I did. Wait, no, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oops.
Okay. Okay, let me rephrase this. So, Walter runs up to this Aaron, and he smacks it, and it does nothing.
Does nothing.
deals-
Damage.
He deals 1 damage.
Does
How much is Aaron's
nothing.
defense?
Aaron's defense is 16.
25.
I don't think I'm
Whoa.
supposed to tell you that,
Nine.
but since it's like a really minor
Whoa.
battle, it's
It's still not 1 damage.
Yeah, so it should have
it's-
done 2 damage.
2 damage.
Right.
it's 6 minus 16, which is negative 10.
You subtract the defense before you divide it by 4.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's
Yeah.
not how I thought that worked. Thank you for reminding me. So that would be 9? Yeah.
Yeah,
So 2.
9.
Okay, cool. So it still does like next to nothing. You see a little bit of polish chip off of Aaron's nose, and it does basically next to nothing. But Walter is now up and close in Aaron's face, and it is actually his turn again due to quick attack. So he is going to see that this did pretty much nothing, and he's going to go forward. He's gonna go for. If I could find his character sheet. He's gonna go for faint.
Faint. What type is that?
Also normal.
Normal. Alright.
That's just what the dice rolled up. So it's actually gonna miss. So he gets up close in Aaron's face, but he loses balance and falls over. And that brings it up to, I believe, Aaron's turn. It is Aaron's turn. So Aaron is going to go for. No. He's gonna go for Metal Claw on Walter because he is now prone. So with a stop, cooperate. With a 17, that's definitely gonna hit. He's gonna do 1d8 plus 8, which is a good 12 damage plus his attack, which is 13. So that's gonna do 25 damage minus Walter's defense. Jeez. So that's going to deal 15 damage to Walter.
Oh, wow.
So Walter is prone, and Aaron lashes around and digs his claws into Walter's back, and is now standing on Walter. It is now Hikaru's turn.
Alright. Okay. I am gonna go for... I'm gonna go for Thundershock again.
Okay.
I rolled a 17. That'll hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
D8. 11 plus my attack. No, special attack, 9. So that's a 20.
20 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's really close. So, how exactly does this Thundershock work? Is it any different than the last one?
Yeah, so it's 20 minus your defense. Special defense.
I did 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. So same as she always does, just like shoots a lightning bolt out of her body. Her cheeks charge up, and her entire body just like glows with electricity. And like lightning comes out, arcs through the air, hits the air, and
Standard electric type move.
yeah, miraculously doesn't hit Bruce, or no, Walter.
Walter. Hold on, wait, it actually doesn't hit Walter because Aaron is standing on top of Walter, and if I know anything about electricity is that it travels to ground, which is through Walter. Okay, Walter is definitely going to take damage from this. So how much damage did you roll after everything was said and done? Because he's going to take half of that.
Oh. I think I rolled a...
I think it was 20.
20, yeah.
Okay, so luckily, Aaron has... Okay, so 20 divided by 10. So, yeah, you hit Walter, and as well as the Aaron. And you see the classic cartoon, all his bones are showing as he zapped him, and he's not having a fun time. Walter is now down to 5 HP.
He's not having a fun time.
Oh man, what did I do?
He's getting zapped by his friends. Okay, so it is now actually Walter's turn. He's going to push the Aaron off of him. He's going to jump back, but you can see in his face he is winded. He is not doing good, and he is going to go for. He's just going to try and finish this off. He's going to go for a Metal Claw. I gotta remember what the effectiveness is for steel on steel. Let's see.
Steel on... Well, steel beats rock. Okay, steel is normally effective against Aaron, because steel beats
steel
rock,
against...
but I guess
it's
steel
actually
doesn't beat
neutral.
steel.
Yeah, so steel against steel is resisted.
Steel against steel. But steel against rock is double.
Yeah.
So it cancels out to neutral. Okay. So we're just gonna roll for that. Oh, that's a 19. Okay, so and enraged by the fact that everything in the forest is out to kill him, he rages towards this Aaron and just smacks it in its face, dealing a number of damage, which I must see. Oh crap, he
Even
does.
Hikaru, apparently.
He rolls max damage with 19 damage.
I thought you guys were friends.
I'm sorry.
So that is definitely going to knock it out, but I want to see how much. Oh, that's a physical move? Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, that still does 13 damage. So that Aaron is knocked out cold. and you guys are going to receive another 10 experience each.
All right. That's 10. That is not enough to level me up.
I accidentally added 10 to Walter's level instead. Oops.
That's a lot of experience I just got.
Dude, Walter, it's beefy. Okay, so now that we spent like 40 minutes with Hikaru and Walter, let's have another 5 seconds with Sammy and Bruce.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of Mr. Dungeon: A Path Through Time. If you enjoyed listening to our podcast, please consider joining the Discord, which will be linked below. I am new to podcasting and DMing, so as time goes on, things will get better, but in this beginning phase, things may take time to warm up. With that being said, this would be the part of the midsection where we ask the audience for the question of the episode, where we take questions about the podcast from the Discord and read and answer them here. However, these are being recorded before the release of the podcast, so until then, leave your questions in the Discord, and the best and most interesting questions will get answered. Thank you to Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon for the song Serene Village. Thank you to Glitchx City for the song Pokemon Center Theme Lo-Fi Remix. Thank you to The Zame for the songs Dream Yard Remastered from Pokemon Black and White, and Battle Wild Pokemon Unova Remastered from Black and White. Thank you to the Daniel Pemberton TV Orchestra for the song Cries in the Wind. And thank you to Anirudh for the world and system used in this podcast, for without him, the show would not exist. Now back to the show. Alright, it's a
4.
D4.
I got a 4.
Oh, nice. So with a 4, you actually overtake Hikaru and Walter. Do you guys say anything as you pass, or are you just rushing on by?
Don't we get the option of going straight or turning right?
I thought you guys said you were turning right.
We
Okay,
only
well, you
got
guys
a 1. We didn't make it to the turn yet. Last time.
Okay, I guess I just
You
forgot to
got
mention
one
it last time because you guys are sitting on the intersection. You guys can continue straight or turn right.
Right.
I kind of want to go straight.
Oh, yeah, we'll go straight then. That's fine.
Unless you want to go right.
Straight's
you
fine.
guys are turning right?
No, we're going straight.
Yeah, we're going straight.
Okay. So you guys rolled a 4, right?
Yeah, we did.
You guys go forward 2 spaces, and you can only turn right. As you guys turn right, you move forward 1 more space, and it is a dead end.
This was a trick.
Is there anything on the ground?
There is not. You guys can turn around and head back 1 more space.
Yeah, let's do that.
I guess we do.
And there's your 5 seconds of fame. It is now
All
back
right.
to Walter.
Hey.
Right.
All right.
Wow. Okay. So our turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there? Are we at a fork in the dungeon right now?
No. What? Sorry, I forgot what you guys were notated as on my map. No, you guys are not at an intersection.
All right. Based on what I overheard over there, it seems like a good idea to continue straight. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you can either continue straight or head back to the entrance. Those are your 2 options.
If you
Yeah.
give
I don't know
that's
about
an
that.
option, I guess.
I know, tough choice.
All right. I rolled a 3.
Okay, with a 3, you guys move forward 3 spaces, and you see a blue thing on the ground. Walter bends over to pick it up, and he has an oranberry.
Nice.
He puts it in
I'd
his
suggest, yeah.
pockets, question mark. Do you guys have, like, bags or anything?
We just have I think we just have 1 held item slot.
Okay, yeah, you guys have 1 held item slot, and Walter is, I don't believe, carrying anything.
I would say he should eat it now.
No, it's not. Yeah, actually, I was literally about to say that, actually. So Walter picks up this oranberry, and the ground's like, perfect timing. And he pops it in his mouth. It is going to do, I forget what an oranberry does.
I think it's a D8
I
health
think
pack.
it is just a flat D8. Let me see. That's an orange gummy. Orange berry. Yeah, yeah, just a D8. So that is going to heal him for it was a really dirty hornberry. It healed him for 2 HP.
Oh man.
So he's up to 7 health. Alright, it is now back to Sammy and not Hikaru, Sammy and Bruce.
Three.
Oh, nice. So with the 3, you guys move forward and there is nothing on the ground. Nothing around you.
Cool.
Absolutely nothing but dirt, road, and silence.
Yay!
Making good progress.
Yay! I gotta say, you guys are not having much happen.
Nope.
Nope, we found some cash on the ground a couple steps ago, and that's all we've seen.
Oh, I forgot to move Hikaru forward on the map. Oops, that's my bad. Okay. So Hikaru, it is back to you again.
Alright. Okay. Roll again. 4!
Oh, nice. So, you take 2 steps forward, and you see the end of the dungeon.
Woo! Okay. Well,
So you and Walter reach the end of the dungeon, and I'm actually gonna ask Shawn and Eli to leave the call for a minute.
okay. Ooh. Okay.
I'll message you
Could
when it's
just
safe to come back
deafen
in.
us.
Huh?
Yeah, we can just deafen, and then you can tell it or put in chat.
I mean, it's the same thing. You guys should leave, deafen
Yeah.
yourselves, whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Okay, so as you step out into the clearing, you feel sheer panic run through your entire body. I need you to roll me perception and constitution.
Okay,
Walter,
perception
can you
is
do the same?
beauty. 2 plus 4. No. Plus my 2 is 4. And constitution is... What is constitution?
Let me look that up real quick. I don't see it in here. Just roll me a d20 for constitution then.
Nat 1.
Okay. So you rolled a 4 for perception and a nat 1 for constitution, correct?
Yeah.
So before we get to what you see, we're gonna go to what Walter does. Walter actually rolled high for both of his rolls, and you look over to Walter, and he absolutely freezes up. But he's looking over to the dead center of the clearing, and whatever he is seeing is going to change him forever. You see a look of absolute sheer horror on his face, and as if he were being controlled by a puppet, he starts to walk forwards. No emotions on his face except for
Walter,
sheer
what's going
horror.
on?
He steps forward, reaches his arms out, and then collapses on the ground. You have one thought, and one thought only. Run.
Run. So I just run back into the dungeon?
You can either run back into the dungeon, you can run back anywhere else.
Okay, I'm gonna run back into the dungeon.
As you run back into the dungeon, I'm not going to make you run through the dungeon again. I'm going to have you leave the call, and I'm going to have Shawn and Eli join back. And you guys can roll me another d4.
That's 3.
All right, with a 3, you guys are going to walk forward and... Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's just boring. You guys walk forward 3 spaces, and you wouldn't believe what you're going to see. You see nothing. Again. Just
Nothing.
absolutely nothing. Roll me another dice.
Just landing at all your blank spaces.
Yeah, you guys have hit like almost every blank space.
And over everything.
I rolled another 3.
Okay, and with a 3, you guys walk for 3 spaces and you see a collapsed Aaron on the side of the path.
Can we kick it for some experience?
Kick him while it's down. No. I mean, do you really want to kick it?
Nah.
Looks like they've already been through here.
So, yeah, you guys see the collapsed body of an Aaron on the side of the road, and it is pretty clear to you that Hikaru and, you assume Hikaru and Walter have been through here. That's another dice roll.
I rolled again.
Oh, right.
I got a 2 already.
Oh, perfect. With a 2, you guys can see the entrance of the dungeon, but you do not cross it yet. As you
Just reach.
Exit?
Just reach for it.
As you see the entrance of the dungeon, you start to feel panic rise up in your chest. And you don't know why, both of you. I mean, on the ground you do see 110 Poke apparently, so... I don't know if that's what's causing you to panic,
We take it?
but you guys see 110 Poke
Can we
on the
take
ground.
the money?
I don't think you guys had a single fight this
55
whole
for
this whole dungeon, did you?
No, we did not.
Oh, we
So
didn't.
funny. Okay, I'm not gonna have you guys roll again because I'm assuming you're not heading back into the dungeon.
We get that money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you guys can split up how you want. You guys splitting up 55.
The only thing we found in that dungeon was money.
Yeah, you guys.
Some nice
Yeah, you guys
cash.
ran through there and just got nothing but money.
We just came through and took some money. Easy dungeon.
As you guys step out into the clearing, you feel sheer panic run through your entire body. I need both of you to roll me perception and constitution. Bruce, we'll start with Bruce.
Constitution is
We couldn't find it in there.
Top?
Just run me a flat 20. I don't think it's in the system for some reason. I just had Evelyn
feel
roll a flat 20.
Okay, let's see. So perception first.
Yeah.
That's a 10 plus 2 is 12.
Okay.
And Constitution is an 18
Okay,
from
interesting.
the net or from the flat D20.
Okay, hold on.
Wow, we have similar rolls.
Alright.
I rolled a 17 for Constitution. A 10 for
Okay, so you guys are actually going to see pretty much the same thing. As you step out into the panic, you feel your heartbeat start to rise. It is just, for some reason, you feel horror as you see Mr. Dr. Sumo kneeling over the body of Walter.
dead.
And floating above Walter's body
Okay.
is what you can only describe as a tear in the fabric of time and reality.
What?
Oh boy. Episode 2 already, huh?
We run up to Walter?
As you get closer to Walter's body, I need you to roll me another Constitution a Constitution throw with disadvantage.
Can I look around for Hikaru instead of running over to Walter?
Hikaru's not around.
Oh, no.
Roll me Constitution with
Hikaru.
disadvantage.
I was gonna not go over to Walter
Okay,
then.
if you're not going to...
If I can't see Hikaru anywhere.
Okay, what about Sammy? Is Sammy doing anything then?
He's doing nothing. I got a 1.
Okay, with a nat 1
Oh,
for
boy.
Constitution?
Yeah, that was the disadvantage one.
Oh boy.
Alright, and if you're not going to get any closer, Sammy. Sammy has one thought and one thought only. Run.
Sammy's gonna get the heck out of
Are you
here.
running back through the dungeon, or are you gonna run you can basically run anywhere you want, as long as it is away from this monstrosity in the center of the clearing.
Well, what are we looking at here? Is it like only two ways? Only one way you can
I'm
only
not
go
gonna make
through
you
the
run through the
dungeon?
dungeon again. If you go through the dungeon, you guys will just exit, basically.
I want to get away from that, but not go in the dungeon.
Okay, you guys do have the option to run into the forest.
Bruce is just gonna stand there at like the edge of the clearing where like the end of the dungeon was and just like watch and observe.
So as you watch and observe, I need you to roll me investigation.
Okay. That is a 7. So 7 plus 1, 8.
Okay, so you don't see anything new. You still see Okay, so what you do see is Mr. Dr. Sumo is kneeling over Walter's body, but he also looks over at you with a look of utter confusion, and he sees that you look really panic-stricken, and he sees did Sammy run away?
Yeah, Sammy is booking into the
Okay,
forest.
so he looks with utter confusion as Bruce is just standing there horror-stricken, and Sammy just books it straight into the forest. Are you going to be doing anything else, Bruce?
No, I think Bruce is just gonna be watching this scene play out, see what happens,
Okay.
run if it gets dangerous.
For each instance of time that passes, I will need you to roll Constitution again.
Okay.
Is running my only option? Can I make it like change my mind and say, "Hey, I'm gonna go see if my friends
With
are
a
okay"?
nat 1, you have no choice but
Oh.
to run. Your mind is
Gotcha.
trying to. Your mind has one thought, and it is to get away from whatever that was in the center of the clearing.
So I'm rolling Constitution again
Yeah,
then?
which it will just be a flat d20. After all said and done, I think I'll redo how Constitution is done because I didn't realize there's not a roll for Constitution for some reason.
Yeah. I got a 16.
Okay, so with a 16, you don't feel any worse. You feel the same. You feel your heartbeat is beating really fast. You feel just horror at what you were seeing. Even though Mr. Dr. Sumo is over the body of Walter, you don't feel like what you're seeing should give you that much panic. You know that what you are seeing, or what is causing your utter horror, is that thing in the center of the clearing. And you have the sense that you can get closer to it without getting any worse.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly walk closer then.
Okay. This is where it gets fun. How close are you getting to the thing?
As close as I can get without feeling more panic.
Okay, so you're basically standing right next to it, next to the body of Walter. And you look over at Mr. Dr. Sumo. You can see he is trying to call your name, or what you assume is your name. You see his mouth moving, but there is no sound coming. All you can hear is silence, dead silence. As you look into this thing, it is this white tear in space-time reality. You look inside, and what you see horrifies you. As you look inside, you try to understand what you are seeing. You see all possibilities of infinity in their entirety. You see the true meaning of life and death. What you are currently understanding, your mind cannot perceive, and you immediately start to feel just utter horror and shock and panic as your mind tries to shut itself down. You can either run away or stay where you are. That is your two options.
I'm going to turn away from the thing and try to focus on Dr. Mr. Sumo.
As you turn away, you're not running away from it at all? That's what you're saying?
No. Yeah.
As you turn to look towards Mr. Dr. Sumo, your mind is trying one thing, is to forget what you have just seen. In a last-ditch effort of self-preservation, your mind completely shuts itself down and you fall unconscious.
Interesting.
Yeah, no. So, Sammy, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Good question. Said I had no choice but to
yeah,
run.
currently you have no choice but to run. How far have you run so far, do you think?
A bit.
Okay. I'm gonna say you've ran for like a good 30-ish seconds. You're probably like a good 200-ish feet away. I don't know. You're a decent bit away. The panic in your chest starts to fade, and you can start to comprehend what happened.
Mhm.
What is Sammy gonna try and do about the situation?
Once he's calmed down, dust himself off and try to figure out what's going on. Probably try to approach it more. See, follow Bruce, see what he's doing. See, overall, what the heck is going on?
So, as you try and approach, you're turning around and approaching it, because I'm gonna say the clearing is like over a hill. It's like barely out of reach, but if you walked back like a good another 50 feet, you'd probably be able to see the edges of the clearing.
Okay.
As you start to approach, you can start to feel your heartbeat rising again slowly. Not as bad as it was when you first initially entered the clearing, but you can feel it, whatever that is.
Okay.
As you get closer, you can see into the clearing. Roll me perception.
Got a 2.
Okay. With a 2, you see nothing but blinding whiteness as you start to feel panic rising in your chest again. But for sure, what you can't see is Bruce, Hikaru, or Walter.
Oh no. Sucked into the void. Is Mr. Dr. Sumo still there?
No, he's not there either.
I will let the void consume me.
You're gonna try and approach it?
Yeah. Everyone else is gone. I guess the only thing that Sammy can think of is that they went into the void and they need to come. They need help getting back.
Okay, so as you approach, I need you to roll me Constitution again, which is a flat d20.
It's a 3.
Okay, as you approach this thing, the just sheer and utter panic in your brain starts to overwhelm you. But you keep approaching it. And it comes to a point where you can no longer move forward. You just feel utter shock, horror, panic as you start to fall into unconsciousness. And now I'm going to call Evelyn back into the call. As you guys come to consciousness again, you guys wake up and look around. You guys are in the school's nurse office. All 4 of you are laying like on improvised stretchers. There's only 3 beds in there, like hospital beds almost. I'm gonna say this place has like hospital beds, but Walter's laying on the counter. It seems like they didn't have another bed for him, so they just laid him on the counter. He has
Rough,
not
buddy.
woken up yet, and neither has Bruce. Bruce is still unconscious, but Hikaru
Is
and
Mr.
Sammy
Dr.
have woken
Sumo
up.
there?
Well, what happened to Hikaru?
I mean,
I just ran.
not to push any hints, but you guys could try and discuss it when you're awake.
Okay.
So Hikaru and Sammy are awake. You guys can like try and roll perception. You can do whatever you guys want.
Okay.
I do want to do a perception before we do anything.
Okay, roll me perception. Hikaru, you can roll perception too if you want to.
Oh, that's a 19.
Okay, well, I mean, with a 19, both of
You got
you
a 7.
can see basically what I just described, where you guys are and stuff, but you also see Mr. Dr. Sumo is sitting in the end of the room. He's reading a newspaper. And he sees that you guys have woken up, and he looks up from his paper, and he sees that you guys are awake, and he starts to approach you. What happened to you guys back there? You guys just approached the apple, and you guys just like went in this weird trance. What happened to you guys?
I have no idea. I just saw something vague, blurry in the distance.
I just
and
saw you
ran.
standing over Walter's body, and that's it. I tried to run away, but I couldn't get that far.
Yeah, you guys like approached the item I had for you guys was an apple with a stamp on it, but you guys like specifically Walter, he approached it like he was some sort of zombie, and you guys he just fell over in front of the app. I I don't know what's going on. And he is like clearly panicked. And as you say this, Walter and Bruce wake up, and Mr. Dr. Sumo looks over at you two and sees you guys are waking up.
It was horrible.
Oh,
There was
really
everything,
close, Walter.
every possibility.
Oh my gosh.
What? Huh? He looks at you like just really confused. He doesn't know what is going on.
There was a rift. It was
Rift.
I don't know. There was a tear in reality. It was I looked in and there just everything.
Are you okay, Bruce? It
What
was
are you
an
talking about?
it was an apple.
Everything?
I don't know what it was.
And from behind him, he pulls out an apple, and it has the stamp of the school logo on it. You guys like
Oh.
here. He thrusts the apple towards Bruce. Hold this for a second.
So take the apple. Yes.
Nothing weird's happening with you at all. Like, why did you guys react to that so weirdly?
I don't know. I just saw Walter laying down in the clearing with you standing over him, and there was just this hair above both of you.
As you say Walter's name, he shoots up. He was listening to you. He was conscious for a little bit, but he shoots up and he is like, "You saw it too? Horror was beyond my. And he lays back down and he starts shivering.
What did you see?
I can't describe it. Things that shouldn't be, things that can't be. I can't describe it. I can't remember it. It's like a vague memory. Is that what truth is? And you could see he is traumatized, basically. Mr. Dr. Sumo looks over you guys and he's like, I think you guys good. Are you guys good to like? Do you need me to take you guys home?
I don't know.
How many more classes do I have left?
What time is it?
School ended like 3 hours
Another good
ago.
question.
Well, I'm the only one left in the building, besides like the janitor.
Yeah, 3 hours ago.
Yeah, you guys have been out forever. And you guys look at the clock, and it's like 5:30 in the afternoon.
What?
How's my mom not
5:30?
been worried about me yet?
Your mom
I
is
should be
probably
home for
really
dinner
worried about you.
soon.
Did the school not... Oh wait, there are no telephones, right? Forgot about that.
Look, I know this is the last day of class, but
Telegram them.
could you guys like meet me like tomorrow or something here back at the school? I need to know what is going on here.
Yeah, sure.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Sure.
Walter sits up
I'm
again
back.
and he hops down off the counter. He's like, all right, guys, I'm heading home. And he just walks out the door.
Take it easy, Walter.
And Mr. Doctor, yeah, he just walks out the door
Later,
without
Walter.
saying anything. Mr. Dr. Sumo was like, all right, you guys should probably head home. I don't know what that was about, but I suggest you guys like see an actual doctor. The nurse isn't in today. She left a long time ago. But I figured this was probably the best place to take you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He like gestures towards the door, suggesting that you guys leave if you're able to.
Are we able to leave? Or is Bruce able to leave?
For fun, roll me a medicine roll.
What is that?
I think it's wisdom.
That is a
Smart?
Oh yeah,
Right.
beauty. Sorry, I'm going off of D&D. Oops.
Wow.
Okay.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, is up and at 'em.
Oh, I didn't roll.
You were.
Oops.
I got a 14 plus 2 for 16.
Got a net 1 there, Chief.
Yikes.
So, Sammy does. Sammy doesn't look like he'll be able to go home at all. And I don't know if you know how heavy a Munchlax is, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to carry him.
Yeah, let's find out just for funsies.
I'm looking.
Sure. Do you guys want to try and pick Munchlax up?
Munchlax is 231.5 pounds.
Okay. Only if you roll a nat 20 will you be able to pick him up.
Can't go on. Somebody carry me home. I don't even know what accent I'm doing anymore. I'm so confused and delirious.
Bruce is gonna look to
Oh.
Mr. Dr. Sumo and say, doesn't look like Sammy can go home on his own. Do you think you could carry him home?
I have some water.
Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Yeah, I can do that. And he walks over to Sammy's like, "Can I?"
Yeah.
He picks you up and puts you in like the palm of his hand because he is gigantic. I meant to look this
He's
up
like
last time.
7
How
foot tall,
big
and I'm like
is-
2 feet. He could just hold me in one of his hands.
Hurry height. Let's see. He is, 7'7".
Whoa!
He's a big man.
Jeez, that is a lot
So he
taller than
picks
he
you
is
up.
in the anime.
Even though he is a really big buff dude, he still has trouble picking up Sammy, and he like puts you on his shoulder and starts walking out the door. I don't exactly know where you live, but I'm sure you can give me directions.
Yeah. Little pizza joint downtown, near there.
Okay. So he starts heading for the exit of the building. What are you two doing?
Heading home.
I think it's Bruce and Hikaru left.
Yep, I'm still here.
You guys heading home? You guys doing anything?
I think we could stay here and talk about what just happened. I don't know if there's any point to chatting about it.
I
Sure.
don't know. I was thinking Bruce was just gonna head home, but if Hikaru's gonna try to stop him for a chat, you can.
Yeah, some bonding time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bonding time.
Bonding time over shared trauma. Yay!
What did you see? You
don't
don't want
This
to
actually
know.
is
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bruce. I know we didn't. I came out to the end of the dungeon earlier than you. Did you get to the end of the dungeon?
I did, and all I saw was Mr. Dr. Sumo standing over a seemingly unconscious Walter. And yeah, like I said, that just hair in reality. I still don't really understand what that was.
A tear in reality, like a wormhole.
Kinda.
I didn't even think about the possibility of ultra wormholes. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah. Not really like a hole though. Just like seemed like reality was just ripping apart. And then there was just this white void that I just looked into, and I just saw like every possibility of every like universe. I don't know. And
It's super
Yeah.
weird.
did you see any of that?
I could hardly see anything, but apparently Walter saw something because he just walked towards the center of the clearing and then like keeled over.
Yeah.
I don't know what he saw. Maybe he saw the same thing as you.
Maybe you did.
Yeah.
When I got to the edge of the clearing, I just felt this horror. Just like my entire body went tense, and my heart was beating so rapidly, and I looked around, couldn't see you, and only saw Walter, so I just sort of observed for a while, and when nothing happened, I started walking over to them, and that's when I saw it, and then I just kind of blacked out.
You just
Yeah.
blacked out. Did you see anything right before you blacked out?
That was the last thing I saw. I turned away to go try to focus on Mr. Dr. Sumo because it seemed like he was trying to talk to me, but I couldn't hear it. And then I just blacked out.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, Mr. Dr. Sumo actually pokes his head back in. Hey guys, forgot to mention, I'll be here at the entrance to school 10 in the morning. And he
I
gives you
wanna
a
go
thumbs
home.
up and heads back out.
Okay. I guess we should.
I already let Walter know. He yells as he's like going down the hallway.
Okay. I guess we should probably head home, get some dinner, and get some sleep.
Yeah, do you maybe want to come to my house?
I think I'd rather go home and make sure my mom knows I'm okay.
Okay. Alright. Alright then, Bruce.
Yeah,
I'll see you
I
tomorrow.
guess I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.
Later.
Okay. And with that, we're going to end the episode there.
Okay.
I've been Dakota, your PM, your DM, your GM.
I've been Evelyn playing Hikaru.
I've been Eli playing Bruce.
I've been Shawn playing a slightly delirious Sammy.